Welcome to my channel if you are new here. The topic that I'm going to be speaking on today, I feel like there's not a lot of videos on this topic, but I'm going to talk about it. I was a little uneasy. The pet community is just not, it's something that I really don't want to be a part of. I'm just like sharing what I do for my animals, what works for my household. My animals are healthy, they're good. I want to kind of talk about like guinea pig mom guilt. Some days, if I feel like I fall short, I will literally like beat myself up at the end of the night. You know what I mean? I'm like, was I patient enough for the day? If you are a person that struggles, I don't even have my mic on. Oh my gosh. It is so easy to like have this guilty feeling that you're not doing enough for your pets. It doesn't even have to be just guinea pigs, whether you own a dog, a cat, whatever it is. Don't get me wrong, I adore my animals. They bring me so much joy, like genuine joy. I love cleaning their cages, I love interacting with them, I love watching them and things like that. But I'm going to be honest, there are some days where I feel like I fall short. Like, there are literally some days where all I have in me to give is fresh food, fresh water, and hay. And that is it. There are some days where I'm like, I should have interacted with them more. I should have did more free roam time. I should have, pet them. If you're new here, I am a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 children and I am a wife. I am home all the time to be able to provide my guinea pigs with as much care as they need. Like, I can clean multiple times a day. I can, do all the things. Some days where I'm just like struggling to get my life together, all I can literally do is just make sure they're fed. And it makes me feel bad sometimes because I'm like, I could have did a little bit more. They needed a little bit more from me. And these animals, they depend on us literally. And there are some days where like my kids and my pets and my husband, they are like the only reason why I am able to just like get up some days. Now, I don't feel like this all the time. Like, I don't battle depression or anything like that, but some days I'm just all out of whack. Like, I've I've experienced days where I may feel like depressed, but I'm not a depressed person, if that makes sense. If you're a depressed person, I do wish you all the best in figuring things out and getting out of that funk, finding things that you genuinely enjoy, things that motivate you. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to like put this video out because like I don't see a lot of I've watched a lot of guinea pig videos. Like, I have seen probably every single guinea pig video on YouTube. I'm low-key obsessed with those little animals. Like, I do own a bearded dragon and I love bearded dragons. They are my first love. But guinea pigs are like immediately after. Guinea pigs are a lot of work. They require constant maintenance, constant health checks, if not daily, weekly. Like, you need to be checking your animals, making sure they're okay, because these little animals come with so many little issues. And even if you're doing every single thing right, sometimes it's out of your control, like the little problems that can come up. A lot of the things that they can come up with, mites or fungal foot, things like that. A lot of the things are treatable at home, but you need to be able to know what's normal and what's not, what needs immediate attention, and what you can kind of like manage yourself. I say all that to say, like, there are some days where I'll realize that it's been a few days since I have assessed them. It's been a few days since I like did a little spot clean. And don't get me wrong, there is a difference between straight up neglect and just having like a bad week. You know what I mean? As I said before, I will never let it get to a point where I'm like not feeding them, not providing them with like hay and some kind of enrichment. I'm more so talking about just like feeling like I could have interacted with them a little bit more that day, feeling like, okay, maybe I should have took 10 minutes to just spot clean really quick. Maybe I should have like did maybe a third. They're constantly eating hay. So some days I'm like, I'll do hay in the morning and then I'll do hay like maybe right before bed, pretty late at night. And I'm like, maybe I should have gave them like more hay throughout the day. Maybe I should have, I'll just be all up in my head, you guys. I'm just curious if there's anyone else who's bold enough to like share their experience with their animals. Like, domesticated animals require attention. There are some animals that are completely fine. There are a lot of animals that are, very independent, but little animals like a guinea pig, little fragile animals like them, they depend on us for everything. And sometimes that is what motivates me to, get up and do what needs to be done, because at the end of the day, I love them so much. I made the decision to own guinea pigs. I made the decision to bring them into my home and adjust my life around them. And I made the decision, they don't have to be here. I might sound a little dramatic, but for people who really love animals, who take care of their animals, want the best for their animals, go out their way to do the research for their animals, I think you kind of know what I mean when I say that. Some things that help me kind of get back on track if I feel like I've been, I don't know how I want to put it. It's not that I've lost interest at all, but like you know what I mean? Like sometimes we are very complex beings. We have emotions, we have good days, we have bad days. And that's more so what this video is kind of about, just being able to find the balance, be able to get right back on track, make up for where you might have lacked a little bit and just do better. You know what I mean? That's pretty much like all I wanted to just talk about. Feel free to comment down below. I want to hear your experience with your animals. Is there anything that you've been going through personally in your personal life? Whether it be family, your relationships, whatever it is, how does that affect how you care for your pets? You know what I mean? Sometimes it's more so about not how you feel, but just having that discipline and just, being aware that people are depending on you. Our pets depend on us. Like, you know what I mean? And sometimes that's all I need to just like refocus, get into like, try to get into like a more positive mindset. Whenever I do a cage cleaning and I see how appreciative they are of it, it makes me feel so good inside. It makes me feel so much better. Like whenever I give them their favorite treats, when I spoil them with things, and just watching their little reactions to just the smallest things makes me genuinely so happy. So whenever I find myself in a mental space where I feel like I could have done more, once I like pull myself together and do what needs to be done, and then I just see how forgiving and appreciative they are. I ran out of storage, so this is going to be the end of the video. I thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more.